Or about the profound question I asked this young man, why does Tigger and Eeyore have their heads in the toilet? Because they're looking for poo. The plane landed and we had a ball. It was the funnest plane ride I had ever had. We exchanged letters for about a month. I lost touch with them. 5 years passed, 10 years passed, 15 years passed. And I was a young professional in Newark, mixing my spirit with some incredible residents. We were choosing not to accept the status quo. We were trying to be change agents. We were in a major campaign for mayor, and we were getting it handed to us. I could barely raise money. I had problems sustaining volunteers who often came to intimidation. And then on my worst day, I get a letter in the mail saying, "You may not remember me, but 15 years ago, I met you on an airplane to California. Your kindness touched me so much. It was my first plane flight with my children, and all of us will never forget it." She said, "I own a factory in Newark, New Jersey. That young toddler is now an adult young man, and we would love to get involved in your campaign." They became campaign volunteers. They became contributors. They gave me energy when I needed it most. The universe was indeed a balanced place. Every moment you have that choice, but I'm here to tell you right now, if you think you could sit back and wait for the universe to conform itself to your ideals, it will never happen. Martin Luther King said it clearly, change will never roll in on the wheels of inevitability. It must be carried in on the backs of soldiers who are willing to fight for it and struggle for it and sacrifice for it. Our democracy is not a spectator sport. You can't sit on the sidelines and watch what's happening through the TV lens and talk about who's up and who's down. This is a full contact participatory endeavor, and the world needs you in the game. Class of 2009, look around this arena. You all drink deeply from wells of freedom that you did not dig. You eat bountifully from a table with lavish foods that you did not prepare. You eat fruit from trees that were planted and cultivated by those who came before you. You are the products of people who struggled for you, who cried for you, who scrubbed toilets for you. People who bled the soil of this earth red for you. And your question that you must answer on a daily basis is, will I prove worthy of that legacy? Will I now make my down payment on the continuing story of our country? What will you declare into this world? Will you see an imperfect world that's challenged, that's unequal, that has injustice, and stand up and speak with not your words, but with your actions, like Langston Hughes spoke with his poems? Langston Hughes said, "Oh, let America be America again, the land that never has been yet, but yet must be. The land where everyone is free, the poor man, the Indian, the Negro, me. Who made America, whose faith and pain, whose hand at the foundry, whose plow in the rain, must make our mighty dream live again. Oh yes, I say it plain, America never was America to me, but I swear this oath, America will be." Will you live with that kind of truth that emanates from you? Will you live with that kind of determination? I'm here to tell you, class of 2009, that the road will not be easy. Trust me, from my experience, you're going to have days where it's going to take every ounce of strength just to get out of bed. You'll face insurmountable obstacles, challenges that you can't imagine, and you will face humiliation and shame, and unfortunately for your generation, it'll be captured on video and put on YouTube within 2 minutes. But when you're in those gullies, when you're deep in the dark valley, I want you to remember that you're not alone. That if you make positive choices, there'll be others there with you. I have a definition of faith that my life has proven. It says when you come to the end of all the light you know, and you're about to step into the darkness, faith is knowing one of two things will happen. Either you will find solid ground underneath you, or the universe will send you people to teach you how to fly. I've joined with people in Newark in just such an endeavor. I've seen the courage and the brilliance and the beauty of a community that was not willing to submit, that was not willing to give up, that was willing to do the necessary things to change. I got called to the White House just last week because the president's team could not understand what was happening in Newark. We've led the nation, 2 years in a row now for reducing shootings and violence. We have the largest expansion, yes. We've doubled the production of affordable housing. We have the largest expansion of parks in our state's history right now, or at least the last century, as we reclaim parks and green spaces. So many things are happening because individual residents join together with others to make dramatic change. There was one point in my life where I set up a tent in a housing complex to protest the violence that was there, and I went on a hunger strike. I couldn't believe how the residents of that area poured around to help me. We prayed every single morning, and as the days went on, hundreds of people came out to join us. Before we knew it, there were people from West Orange, New Jersey, people from New York City, all coming to help with the problem. I'll never forget how we witnessed a transformation around us, but the power was that last day when we all joined hands to do the final prayer. There were believers and non-believers, Jews and Christians and Muslims. It was my favorite view of America I've ever had, and as we held hands, I began to hear voices of our ancestors. I heard the old Ethiopian saying that says when spider webs unite, they can tie up a lion. I heard the old Jewish saying that says Jews together are strong, but Jews with other people are invincible. I heard the Muslim phrase Tawhid, that means we are one people, one spirit. And I heard those three Latin utterances that are a hallmark of a people. E pluribus unum. Class of 2009, all the advice you could hear is summarized in simple words. It's what the Greeks call agape. It is what the Hebrews call chesed. It's what you will hear today over and over again from your family. I love you. I simply challenge you now, class of 2009, to be that love. Love is not a soft word, it is a hard word, it is an action word. I challenge you to love because this world desperately needs your love. I challenge you to love because people loved for you. They fought for you, they sacrificed for you. I challenge you to choose love every single day. And if you do, you will bring truth to the words of every child in America that is working their way to your point of graduation when they say every morning that we are one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Class of 2009, you rock. You were born for this. You were born to run. God bless you.